What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. So excited about this video. If you're new to us
and we new to you,
make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family without further ado. Let's get into the video.
Let's get it.
Africa back is the diaspora, and we that were born in Africa and that left. The missing part of what's wrong with your country is you. It's basically a gaping hole where you're from, and it's never going to be healed unless you make an effort to reunite politically, economically, socially with your countries. My name is Dani Hamilton. Most people call me Nike. I'm a Sierra Leonean American.
Hello.
I'm a recent returnee back to Sierra Leone. I am a storyteller. My mode of storytelling that I am enjoying most right now is filmmaking. I'm a filmmaker. I'm the founder of Third Culture Kid Productions. We are a production company that focuses on content, food, and events from a global perspective.
Nice.
I began to understand the power of storytelling really when I was between 5 and 7. I was living in the Gambia as a refugee. And one of the things I would always hear on the news was about the war in Kosovo. I felt more empathetic to what they were going through, despite the fact that I was going through a similar experience. And that was when I understood that if you were to control the narrative, if you are the one that gets to tell the story, then you have a powerful place because you can control how people feel about you.
100%.
I left Sierra Leone when I was 5 as a refugee. I moved to the Gambia where I lived for 2 years before resettling at the age of 7 in the United States. I remember moments. I remember when the war happened. I remember like getting ready to leave, and we actually left by boat in Sierra Leone. And it's actually an interesting story because what was supposed to be a 30-hour boat ride, us leaving from Sierra Leone to the Gambia, became a 6-day ordeal at sea because we were lost at sea for 6 days.
Yikes.
I never thought the boat ride would end, and when we finally landed in Gambia, it was like the first time I knew that everything in my life was going to change. So when I first moved to the States...
It was off a compass? That's it?
Okay, before she
Not you going 10 off the wrist?
Well, she started talking about a different part of the story. I want to talk about a quote that she said at the beginning of the video. A part of what's wrong with your country is you. And a lot of times in our comment section, people are telling us, oh, y'all need to move here, y'all will live here, y'all need to move out of the United States. So much is going on. The United States is our home. Our ancestors fought for us to be considered American, to be considered humans. So we don't see ourselves leaving the United States permanently. Of course, we're going to have a vacation home here, vacation home that, just wishful thinking. It's going to come true soon. But the United States is our home, and a part of what's wrong with the country is us.
Yeah.
You have to fight for what you want, and I don't mean physically fight. Hopefully, it'll never get there to a civil war. But what I mean by that is standing up for your community and what your country promised you.
Yeah, it's small bites that you gotta always take. Just as simple as policing your community or showing up for the kid who don't have a parent to show up because their mom and dad has to work. Small bites can change the environment and the outlook and the perspective of your whole community just by you being present and doing something that someone else not able to do or not willing to do. And I think what she said was valuable as well. She said, we change the perspective of the story. Right. By how we tell it. We don't have to let them tell it.
Exactly. And if everybody leave, it's always going to be bad, right? Yeah, so I do love that she is able to return to her home country and to make it what she wanted to be.
Yeah.
There's power in that.
I lost at sea for 6 days. I never thought the boat ride would end, and when we finally landed in Gambia, it was like the first time I knew that everything in my life was going to change. So when I first moved to the States, it was tough because whenever they heard that you were Sierra Leonean, this was during the time of the Civil War in Sierra Leone, so everything was Blood Diamond. Oh, child soldiers. Are you a child soldier? And they say it so candidly, and it almost becomes a moniker that you wear on your neck. And so that was the first kind of time I had to grapple with my identity. I think my story of homecoming started when I was 21 years old, almost 22, and it was the first time I returned back to Sierra Leone. Then I just wanted to come back a lot more. I would come every other year or so, and it wasn't until 2020 that I made a conscious decision to come back to Sierra Leone. There were a number of things that inspired me to come back. I went to this event called Africa Chop House. The American ambassador for the AU, Arikana Koi, she gave a talk on why the missing piece of Africa, the piece that's holding Africa back, is the diaspora, and we that were born in Africa and that left. And she just gave a very moving speech. She said, you Africans that are always saying, this is wrong with Africa, do you not know that the missing part of what's wrong with your country is you? It's basically a gaping hole where you're from, and it's never going to be healed unless you make an effort to reunite with your countries.
Yeah, so that takes me to a moment where I always say to people who, I'm going to just use this as an example, but it's the same as this with people who want to come back home and do the right thing without having to complain about the right thing being done. Like when you want to be a YouTuber, people go on the YouTube industry and they say they want to do this on a platform, so they look for it on the platform without realizing you're the reason you want it. You're the reason this has to be on the platform.
Right.
And without you there, then it would never be a real reason. I mean, it would never be an image for people to see, a video for people to watch.
Right,
and it kind of steals from the reality that people can have because you refuse to be what you're looking for.
And so they find themselves always critiquing what this person doing, what this person doing. You
hurting,
do it.
Hurting,
you do it in your way.
the platform as worse as possible. But yeah, that's valuable, man. That's really good stuff right there.
At that point, I had already started my production company in New York. I'd registered it and I'd been doing little things. And then I said, you know what? I'm going to figure out how to just move back. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I'm just going to try. I didn't want Sierra Leone to only be known as the Ebola place, the Blood Diamond place, the war place, the child soldier place. I wanted to just tell a different kind of story about Sierra Leone.
100%. 100%. We're going to stop right there, man. Make sure you guys check out. That's what it's about. You are the change that the people need to see.
Yep, that's it.
If you're brave enough.
If you're brave enough. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.